Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Regular viewers will know I review many video, audio and photographic related products. Today we're taking a look at a lens. It is the Sony 50mm f1.8 APS-C lens. Now the reason why I say it's APS-C, this particular lens is in their budget range, well fairly budget, and it's designed specifically for the APS-C cameras, such as the Sony a6000, the 6300, 6500, the NEX range, and what have you. It's not particularly designed to be used with the A7 range or the full frame range. And I thought, well, I don't know, let's buy it. It's not very expensive in the UK, around the 250 quid, 225 pound mark. I thought, let's buy it. Let's now fit it on my A7 III or my A7R2 and see how well it works. Because I'm thinking, is this going to be a cost-effective lens for videographers to use for filming, particularly for filming interviews, because it will create that lovely bokeh. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a direct comparison, basically, to my expensive Sigma art lens, the Sigma 50mm f1.4 art lens, designed for the Sony E-mount, but it's specifically an FE lens. Now, when you're using this lens, now the reason why I'm showing you the box as opposed to the lens is because it's actually fitted to my A7R2. Now, when you're using this lens on a full frame body, you do need to set the lens, the body to APS-C mode or super 35mm mode, otherwise you get vignating. As I say, this lens is not designed for the full frame bodies. Now, for photographers, I wouldn't recommend putting this lens on a full frame body. It'd be completely and utterly pointless, simply because of a crop factor. When you are using the cropped part of a sensor or super 35mm part of a sensor, you're losing megapixels, and you're losing a lot of megapixels. So on the A7 III, you're down to about 10 megapixels, which is a bit bleeding pointless. And even on the A7R2, which is a 42 megapixel sensor, you're down to about 18 megapixels. So, you know, not bad, but not great. You're much better off keeping it on the A6000, that's 24 megapixels, so, you know, why bother? But for videographers looking for, I almost said cheap, but a cost-effective lens to use for video productions on their full frame bodies and still get that lovely bokeh, I think it's a great buy. I mean, the Sigma art lens, that cost me 550 quid. Yeah, 550 here in the UK in June, July of 2018. So there we go. Now, we're actually doing, as I said, a direct comparison. Now, the image you're looking at now is coming off the A7R2 with the Sony 50mm f1.8 lens. The A7R2 with the 50mm f1.8 lens, and I think it's got that lovely bokeh and it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't tell, I've had to unplug the monitor because with the Sony cameras, when you plug a monitor in, the face detect doesn't work, so the autofocus hunts, and I've already filmed this once and it was crap because the autofocus was hunting everywhere. Not with the Sony lens as it happens, but with the Sigma art lens. So I've now unplugged the monitors and I'm filming blind, and that's the other downside with the Sony, is it hasn't got a flip out screen, unlike my Olympus OMD EM1, which is sort of filming there, over there. That's got the flip out screen, not that I can see it because it's hidden by the camera. But so yeah, so this shot is being filmed on the Sony A7R2 with the Sony 50mm f1.8. Now, we've got on me A7 III, we've got the Sigma f1.4 art lens designed for the FE mount lenses. So that is a genuine 50mm lens for the full frame bodies. Now, is there a massive difference? I've set the apertures both to f1.8 because it gives it a more fairer, you know, comparison, as it were. And I think you'll find they're both damn good. The Sigma is bloody good, and I think you'll find they're both very comparable. So that's what this video is about, really, comparing it for videographers, the 50mm f1.8 Sony and the 50mm f1.4 Sigma. And as I say, as you watch this, again, I've had to unplug my monitor on the A7 III, because even with that camera, the face detect autofocus doesn't work when you plug a monitor into the HDMI port. Very annoying, but that's how it is. So there we go. What do you think of a comparison? That's the two together. I will show you the lens in just a moment, once I take it off the camera. But as for comparison, and I think, you know, you'll find they're very, very comparable. What I'm using today for filming, I'm filming with the wide shot is over there, which is my Sony RX10 Mark II. Yeah, the RX10 II, that's picking up the audio via my radio mic. I've got the A7R2 over there with the Sony lens on, and I've got the A7 III with the Sigma Art lens on, and then I've got the Olympus OMD EM1 Mark II over there, but that's also picking up additional audio on my little audio recorder as a backup, because radio mics, they annoy me. So that's basically the camera setup. Now let's take a look at the lens itself. So there you have it. That is the actual comparison of the Sigma lens compared to the Sony lens. I've now taken the lens off my A7R2 and I fitted the 24-70 on my A7R2 over there. That's getting the close-ups of this very dinky little lens. And I say dinky, well, it's not that dinky, but as it's designed for the APS-C bodies, they've been able to manufacture the lens a lot more compact than they can do for the full frame bodies, because obviously the lenses have to be bigger. But there we are, that's how small the lens is. It comes with the lens hood, which is a nice feature. Unlike Olympus cameras, most of their lenses don't come with a lens hood. But that is the actual lens itself. And so if we fit it on the A6000 as an example, because the A6000 is pretty much the same size as the 6300 and the 6500. There are slight differences in sizes, but in principle it's pretty much the same. So when you fit it on one of these, it does make sense, he says. So there we go. That's a nice compact sort of f1.8 50mm lens, and you know, that works great on the A6000. Actually, I've not done any video with it on the A6000. I don't do much video. I don't do any video on the A6000, only because it shoots HD as opposed to 4K. I'd use this for when I'm going out and about for taking photos, because the 24 megapixel sensor on the A6000 is a great sensor, and you get some great images. Very, very pleased with the images that come off here. But this lens as a photography lens is completely great. No problem at all with it. Yeah. So there we go. That's for a quick look. Well, more of a comparison. And do I think this lens is any good as a videographer's lens for interviews, particularly interviews? Oh yeah, I do, definitely. I mean, it's a great combination with either the 6300 or 6500 for 4K filmers, or in this case HD filmers, and great on the A7R2 and the A7 III and the A7R3s. But as I just remember, you must remember, when you do put this lens on a full frame body, do make sure you set the camera to super 35mm mode. The A7 III is a wonderful piece of kit, because on the A7 III you can assign a custom button for switching between super 35mm and full frame. On the A7R2 you have to go through the menu to do it. A bit of a pig, but you know, nothing major. So there we go. That is the Sony 50mm f1.8 cheap APS-C lens. And so that's the box for it. There it is. You know, cheap lens, well, you know, cost effective lens. So would I recommend it? Very highly. Yeah, I do recommend it. I do hope you enjoy my reviews. I put a lot of effort into these videos. I really do enjoy doing them. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell all your friends, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.